Okay, so I got my glasses on, so serious time. Well, I'm Jared. Welcome to Shin Culture Channel, where we talk about anime, manga, and other geeky things as we feel like it. All right. So I want to have like a little rant discussion type thing where I'm going to speak into this camera, into this mic for a minute, do my little spiel, and then you can tell me how wrong and what I left out in the comments. And while you're at it, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. You can follow me on Twitter or X if you want. All that stuff will be in the description box and all around. You know how it works. I want to talk about the big three, what it is, and why there won't be another big three, or at least why it'd be very, very hard for there to be another big three. All right. So to start with, what is the big three? The big three is basically the most popular series that was running in Shonen Jump in the mid 2000s ish, let's just say, because a lot of them started like at the end of the 90s, and but really peaked in the mid 2000s. One Piece, Naruto, Bleach. That is the big three. There's not a big three before. There's not a big three after. That is the big three. If you want to talk about something kind of equivalent, I mean, you could go like the late '80s, early '90s, and stuff. And of course, you have like Dragon Ball Z, Slam Dunk, Yu Yu Hakusho. They were very, very popular and influential shows. In fact, a lot of them influenced what would become the big three. But they're not the big three. The big three is specifically One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. And what made them the big three? Well, they were ridiculously popular in a time where it almost seems like Shonen Jump could do no wrong. You could take any of the other shows that came out around the same time, and nowadays they would be the biggest thing in Jump. I mean, Hunter x Hunter. No one sleeps on Hunter x Hunter. I don't even know why I'm trying to pretend. But Death Note, Toriko had a Toriko had its time. Let's not even go into that. Um, but you had tons of other manga, other anime that came out, but that are all like ridiculously popular and still talked about to this day and still sought after. But they're not One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. They're on top of the mountain so high that my hand it's not even. It was a bad joke. Anyway, there was nothing more popular than them, and they, from their popularity, inspired a lot of the mangakas nowadays to do what they're doing. So the big three has inspired a lot of the new gen manga and anime that's out there, like Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer. I don't know why I said that. It's Demon Slayer. Just other things that are at their own level very, very popular, and at some points in times have actually exceeded the popularity of the big three. But they're not. There is no new big three. Now, why won't there be a new big three? Or let's be real, why would it be very hard for there to be another big three? A lot of it's the way the manga industry has changed. For one, they're kind of cool with manga ending nowadays. That means what I mean is like they'll let a show or they'll let a manga run for you know run its course. They'll I mean Demon Slayer is like what 23, 24 volumes. It's been over for a couple years now, and it's still talked about like some great thing. Now, a lot of that's just because the anime is not finished, but still, Demon Slayer is massively popular still this day. But they let it end. If Demon Slayer would have came out a decade ago, or from the time it started, they would have tried to get it'd still be going, and they'd be on, I don't know, Muzen's grandfather or something crazy like that. Or they'd be on like something like past Muzen, they would have beat him, but then it'd be like, we're the day demons. Whatever. And then the anime would have still been running into like infinite filler. I'm so glad they don't do the filler stuff. Okay, this is gonna be like a side thing. It shows like don't have them run forever. Like I know again, this kind of spins back from goes back to the way that they used to handle stuff. But like when they wouldn't let the shonen shows like Naruto, Bleach, One Piece ever end. Well, One Piece is never ending anyway. But they would go into the filler arcs, and look, if the filler is good, then it doesn't matter. But the fact that the filler was bad, but they just wouldn't let them end. With very few exceptions, that you get like your 12, 24 episode season, one core, two core, however you want to say it, and then you're like, see you next year, around the same time, and you're like, oh, good. I don't have to watch Deku learn how to use magical boots that he's never gonna use ever again, unless it's a movie. But even those are they're doing even that they're doing a little better. Uh, anyway, back to the main point. So Shonen Jump's just not at that golden age anymore. It's past this golden age in manga. I mean, sure, there's still very popular stuff in Shonen Jump, but none of them are as popular as some of the other stuff per se. And yeah, you have, I mean, currently you got Jujutsu Kaisen, you got One Piece, which is its own thing and is part of the big three, so whatever. What else is in there? I mean, I know Blue Box pretty popular, but Blue Box ever going to rise to the level of like a crazy shonen battle series? No. Um, what else is in Shonen Jump? And see, that's the problem. They, of course, you got One Piece, JJK, a bunch of other things that that are popular. I mean, but they're not at the level of some of the stuff from the mid-ish 2000s that was also in there. Because I mean, outside the big three, again, you had Death Note, Yu-Gi-Oh, Rurouni Kenshin, I think, was done at that point in time, but Toriko was very popular. Bubba was around. I mean, there was lots of things that were in there, and now it might be part of the nature of the way that they let stuff in, so nothing can ever become that monolith. But that's okay, because JJK is ridiculously popular, outsells One Piece at times, and has Demon Slayer's outsold One Piece and stuff at times, and hasn't been in the manga in like what 2 3 years at this point. I mean, it's there. It's okay for there not to be another big three. I mean, it is. So to kind of wrap this up, there's only been one big three: One Piece, Naruto, Bleach. That's it. And for there to be another big three, something magical would have to change inside Shonen Jump. But the nature of the way they handle stuff nowadays just kind of stops that from happening. But that being said, that doesn't make it worse. I mean, it's good that shows don't have, our manga doesn't have to like run for hundreds of volumes. I mean, if they want to, cool. But it's also good that you get like your 20, 30 volumes, story wraps up nice and neat, and you don't blow the author's like mind and their health, even though that does kind of happen. But that's a whole other issue. But yeah, that all this being said, let me know what you think in the comments, what I left out, what I didn't get right, why my opinion is so great, and you're now a lifelong fan and all that fun stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you next time. like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Follow me on X. I know I just said it, but, repetition. Later.